So I want you to subscribe to this man and his channel. And I'm using some of his recap on my channel. Now, I don't know this man. He probably don't know me. I don't care if he likes me or not. But this is 2023. This is the last day of 2023, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So I think we should do a recap. I also think a lot of Crawford, what aerosexuals will call Crawford fans, bud buddies, or the channels of Crawford, we should do a recap so we can let these people, these casual fans and these so-called philosophers with these channels, to remind them how dotish they were and what they were saying and how they act like a victim after the fight with ERROL, Spence, and Crawford. So I think, but I'm going to do my part. I don't care what everybody else do. We're going to do a 2023 recap. And this man that I'm about to show you, please subscribe to him because I'm using some of his content and his ideas. And I think it's only best that if I'm using somebody's content, a little bit of it, and I'm going to mix it with my content, that you should subscribe to that man. So go subscribe. So go get it right. Get it right. Drink some more coffee. Subscribe to this man right here. All right, before we get into the victimized Olympics with the dick rider ERROL Spence fan, aerosexuals, sorry, not ERROL Spence fans, aerosexuals, I'm going to use some of his content, right? Because he's going to show before and after, you know, how the Wakandas was saying this, and then all of a sudden they turn around and say that, right? And I'm going to, first, I'm going to use Manager Marty, because I've been on Manager Marty's case, for examples, not to hate him or disrespect him the way he said. Diss and disrespect is two different words, even though diss comes from disrespect, but whatever. If you see one of my videos, he said I diss him, I didn't disrespect him. I really don't understand it, right? But what I'm going to do is, he is in the victimized Olympics, right? In some of the clips. And my man, he has like numbers of how many numbers of excuses that comes up from these Wakandas, right? Right? After the fight, right? And they were saying this and saying that. And I feel that a lot of these channels should do the same. Let's roll the tape, right? Because I'm going to show you how this man, Marty, said this about Victor Conte and how Victor Conte was moving voluntarily like Vada. Okay, let's go. Let's see.
The difference between me and Coach Malachi, when Victor Conte reached out to me through email, Twitter, and YouTube channel, guess what? Nobody asked him to come up here. He voluntarily came to come talk to me. When he went on—
Whoa, back up now. Back up now. You said Victor Conte volunteer. Now, I don't know if you're going to let your subscribers, but I saw the whole live of Victor Conte, the whole thing. And the first thing he had announced, now you just said this, that he volunteered. No, he said, on behalf of Rachel, Nonito Donier's wife, yeah? On behalf of Rachel, I came on your channel, on her behalf, right? So you probably got a background of your channel, and he ain't like what you was spitting or whatever. And if it was up to him, he wouldn't come. That's reading between the lines. Read between the lines. On behalf of Rachel, I came. Right? If it wasn't on her behalf of her influence, he wouldn't have thought twice about you, right?
That the reason I'm here is because of Rachel Donaire. And that's how I learned about your site. And apparently you posted a couple things about me, and she text messaged me these, and she said that she knows you, and that she suggested that I chat with you. And so it had nothing to do with, I read all these fan messages like, you got him, Marty, put your foot on his throat, you're going to force him to come in, blah, 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 blah. We're going to shout so loud that he's going to have no choice. This is all nonsense, okay? All of it. I'm here because Rachel Donaire asked me to come on and chat with you. She said you were a good guy, and she thought it would be good for me to do that. She actually said it's good to get down in the dirt once in a while, if whatever that meant. But I like Rachel a lot, and I had a long run with Nonito and working with Rachel. This is way back, starting in 2010.
You know, Victor, getting dirty in the dirt, getting down and dirty in the dirt box mean you're going to war to somebody with somebody that's going against you and making assumptions and saying that you doing certain things, but they're not saying it. But you know, it's very easy to try to persuade people this way without saying it directly. It's indirectly strategic ways to strategically say indirectly to make a mind think this way. And right. So we get it, right? So as I can show you on my channel, I show proof. The man lied to you. Now, this nigga might be gifted a gab. You know, most people with gifted gab, they you know, pastors, preachers, politicians, you know, they get all the sheep. They get all the sheep easy, man. It's very easy to get the sheep. But I'm showing you proof right there. Right there, okay? So, he didn't come voluntarily, all right? The only thing that's voluntarily here is VADA, okay? That's voluntary. Voluntary Anti-Doping Association or whatever, right? So, now, since I showed you that proof, right? Because, you know what it is, man? Let me tell you something. My mother, God bless her soul, I don't know where she at now, up or down, all right? She was a functioning alcoholic, and she was bipolar, but she knew how to hold a job down, government job, right? She knew how to functionally drink and hold a job down, right? I don't know how she did it, but she did it, right? She passed away. Farewell, right? Right now I'm dealing with my father on a regular basis. He is schizophrenic, right? So everything's going on mental on both sides. So they made me, my father bust a nut and my mama pussy, and they made me, right? And this is the outcome right here. This is one of the outcomes right here, right? And the reason why I call myself Caps and Full, because I know I be capping, but I'm a Sigma Cap. You know, I'm Kappa Sigma right here, man. All Sigma man right here. You know, so I know I cap. But see, the difference between these niggas that cap, their pride and ego come first, and they're always going to be a victim, and they will never stand up to their capping. So now when I say I'm Caps and Full, that means if I cap, I got an excuse to cap. You see, this is the predicament I put myself in my mental mind, right? And that's why I call myself Caps and Full, because no matter what, I'm capping, right? So, you know, no one wants to take responsibility. Listen, man, as a man, like in my last video, I said, you're a one-man army. We ain't got time to complain and bitch to somebody about what we got to do. And I definitely don't want to hear nobody sound like a victim. But let me give you an example about responsibilities, right? And what I deal with on a schizophrenic level every day. Let me show you what's going on with me and my pops so I could give you an example. You gotta make sure.
I don't want no drug dealers.
You gotta make sure you full
I don't want no drug dealers.
It's time to take your insulin.
I don't want no insulin.
You
I
don't,
want no drug dealers.
you don't want no drugs.
I'm doing myself.
No, you can't do it yourself.
Don't tell me I can't do it myself.
Well, you can do it yourself, but you ain't gonna do it yourself.
Fuck you, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. We're gonna be like this every day, man.
Oh, then every day will be. Well, let me move this out the way. If every day is gonna be like this, then we just gonna have fun, nigga.
I'm gonna tell you fucking man.
Yeah, this is exercise for you, nigga. Yeah, this is exercise for you. There you go. There we go. Yeah, this is fun, nigga. This is fun, nigga. Yeah, this is fun. There we go. Gotcha, nigga. Gotcha, nigga.
You don't my harm you good.
Gotcha. Nah, I
I'm gonna sue you fucking around.
And he picked it.
I tell you, I'm gonna sue you fucking
You're
around.
gonna sue my fucking ass. You're gonna sue your son.
Fuck you, drug on me, but
Oh, Lord. Lord, my nigga.
fuck you, drug on me, but
Oh, we squabbling now, nigga. We squabbling. And as you can see, I have to give my schizo father his hormones, his insulin, on a day-to-day basis. And on a day-to-day basis, we squabble. You know what I'm saying? We squabble. Now, I don't want to be a victim. I really don't want to be a victim because this could go the wrong way, right? You know, I'm living in New York. It's a blue state, right? And I'm just gonna let you know I'm half conservative, half liberal. But as I get older, I get more conservative because I just can't deal with the victimized and the bullshit and the tender, emotional, soft shit that's going on in life, right? So you got to protect yourself, right? Because women, children, and feeble people, right? Old people are weak. And men like me, right? You never know what kind of man I am. I could be an evil man. And there's a lot of evil men out there, right? But they would take the side of the woman, the child, and I have no problem with that, right? Unless they lie to me and then I become a victim. I don't want to become a victim. You see what I'm saying? So I got to cover my ass. Because they'll even, if that man pick up the phone like he did and call the cops and, you know, and it's the cop. I'm like, why are you calling the cops? It's the cops that took your eye out back in the days, right? But he's schizo, right? So every day is different. So when I see the victimized Olympics that's going on here, and I tell people, stop making yourself a victim. Protect yourself. All right? Because it's your word against another. Right? And what I'm seeing is a lot of bipolar and a lot of schizo activity going on in these boxing channels. I see it. So instead of me getting mad, right? Because same thing with my pops. I got to put my mind somewhere. You know where I got to put my mind? In a place where I say I can't control the outside, but I can control the inside. So instead of me getting mad and coming down and backslapping the shit out of him, because you could get in that mode, right? I get in the mode like, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. And we're going to have some fun, right? And that's what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, from the time you breastfed, by the time you breastfed, to the time you lying in that deathbed, in the middle, you got to keep the best head. So fuck all this victimized shit and fuck all these fucking excuses, man. Fuck all these excuses, man. Everybody got a story. All you got to listen. You don't have to pay attention. You don't have to pay any money. But you could share, like, and subscribe. That's basically it, right? But I ain't taxing you for no super chats or nothing like that. But you got to understand, there's people that want to be victims, and there's people out there that's just straight up forward with you, man. Straight up forward. Fuck the gift of gab, man. If somebody got the gift of gab, they want something from you, man. You just got to read between the lines. They want something, right? So let's go into this shit. I'm just giving you an example that this is fucking life, and this is real life. And I'm not fucking around with you. I ain't fucking around with you. I got issues in my life. I got people depending on me. And anything on the outside of my life, I control. You know why? I don't like the outside life control me. And if I'm toxic to the outside, then I have to move on away from the outside. And then the outside is toxic to me, I got to move on. I don't need to have mental warfare with nobody. Okay? So I need to shut the fuck up if I'm creating a problem to you, right? And if you're creating a problem to me mentally, I just back the fuck away until you figure this shit out. That's it. You know, I deal with my immediate family. Fuck cousin, uncles, and aunts and all this shit. Fuck all that right there. I only deal with my immediate family because these are people that I have to, that's dependent on me. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a king. Not like Wilder. I'm just a king to my castle. That's it. All right, Captain Full, stop the bullshit. But I'm showing you examples of being a victim. And don't put yourself in the case of being a victim. Because no one, as a man, is going to take your fucking word. They're going to take their word before they take your word. World, we living in bizarro land. So at the end of the day, we're going to do a recap and listen to some of these schizophrenic, bipolar motherfuckers that be saying one thing and then all of a sudden it snaps. It just snapped like this. These niggas ain't taking Hardor for their fucking medication for their fucking paranoid and schizophrenic and bipolar fucking. So yeah, I'm fucking spitting. Get the fuck off my face, right? They're not doing none of that shit. None of it. But you see that Everybody got it in them. Everybody got a fucking excuse. Everybody got an excuse. So let's roll the tape, and I'm going to do it from Manager Marty, right? This gets down. This is where his content come in. And like I said, Bud Buddies and Channels, Crawford, this is the last day. Let's remind these casuals and these philosophers, let's remind these niggas that they was wrong. Yeah, let's remind these niggas. So let's roll the tape of what Manager Marty said in the beginning, and then we're going to go through the rest of these channels. Big channels. Yeah, we're going to go through all these other big channels. Yeah, roll the tape.
Before I start this video, make sure you guys go subscribe to my new channel, Boxaholic. You guys have encouraged me to start a new channel so I can be compensated for the work that I have been doing. As I informed you guys in one of my videos, a year ago I was demonetized for various reasons, and for me to be remonetized on my main channel, I would have to delete some of my best work, and I will not be doing that. So, therefore, I will be starting a new channel, Boxaholic. We will be dropping new content over there real soon. I will leave the link in the description for the channel, and I will leave it in the comment section as well. The road to 1,000 subscribers starts now, so please go over here and subscribe to my new channel, Boxaholic.
Crawford has some of the best footwork in boxing.
Wait a minute.
Are you serious right
No,
now?
not. I be watching Crawford all the time, brother. No.
Okay, so who have better feet, Spence or Crawford?
I think Spence has better feet than Crawford. If he get in there with Spence, think he gonna get it and think that he's gonna let Spence do that to him, let Spence hit him so that he can wait for a punch. He gonna be waking up off the ground thinking that he shouldn't have did that.
He actually did not look the same. His reflexes were not there. His eye and hand coordination was not there. His legs were not there. And neither was his footwork. Was not there. His punching power was not there. That was not the same ERROL Spence that all of us were accustomed to seeing.
Spence think he gonna get it and think that he's gonna let Spence do that to him, let Spence hit him so that he can wait for a punch. He gonna be waking up off the ground thinking that he shouldn't have did that. To me personally, I think ERROL Spence is gonna win this fight. The question is, why did Bud Crawford hook up with Victor Conti in the SNAC program, SNAC? Because Terrence Crawford's performance was highly suspicious. And this is what the people said now.
Suspicious. Suspicious. This is what Manager Marty said. Suspicious. Suspicious. Get it right, nigga. Get it right, nigga. Suspicious. Fuck that word, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is what he's saying now. Well, then, right? So now he made all this content. And you know what's so funny? You know, as you can see in those clips, right? You see Rachel right there. Right? Rachel right there. And you know what? It's kind of fucking making me think between the lines that I'm going to snort, right? Is that in the beginning of this video, Victor Conte say he knows Rachel Renee and Nonito Donaire, her husband, right? She's a manager. And I'm like, okay, this woman is on Marty's channel, right? And Marty's saying all these things about Victor Conte, not directly, indirectly, because you know SNAC works all the time, 100%. Even Boo Andre that lost, he was on SNAC. Remember, I was the one that bet him to beat David Benavidez and he lost, but he was on SNAC. But I guess he wasn't taking the right package, right? He wasn't taking the right, you know, he didn't do the blood test, he didn't use the dome, all those things, right? He didn't use the athletic future sports stuff that I see him he was using before the fight, you know, the oxygen mask, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure they was giving him certain vitamins because he was up there in age so he could have the best ability and know how to recover, lactic acid buildup, concentrated air, oxygen, all this stuff. I'm pretty sure he was using all that. But he still lost, right, to David Benavidez. And I shut the fuck up for a month because that's the best thing you need to do. And that's why I tell these boxers and these channels, bet these niggas channels. Because half of these niggas are propaganda and they got the gift of gab. And a lot of people love gift of gab. Sheep love gift of gab. They do. They love sheep, women. They all love gift of gab, man. Right? So, at the end of the day, in my mind, I'm saying Rachel knew Victor Conte for a long time, did work with him, with Victor Conte. He's one of Conte, Nonito Donaire was one of his boxers, and Nonito Donaire was the first one to ever do 3, year-round testing. I think he did it twice, right? Real 365 days of the year, 24 hours, real drug testing, right? When they come randomly throughout the year. Not that Mayweather shit, right? But that real shit, right? When you never know when they're going to pop up within the whole year. Not 12 weeks, not 6-week training camp, not 8 or 10-week training camp. Anytime within the year. 365 days, right? So I'm looking at Rachel, right? And I'm like, why would you let this man say this about Victor Conte? What gives a woman... Now, I can read between the lines, and I can say a lot of things that's going on in my head, right? And put it out in the atmosphere. And see, just like this dude here, Marty, he said, he will say something, but he won't say it directly. He won't say it directly. He'll say it indirectly, right? I could do the same thing and put things in your head. But you know what? Silence is virtue and silence is golden. So I'm not going to even go that way. But I'm going to let you read between the lines. You got Rachel on his channel, right? And she's hearing him spew all this shit and never really coming to Victor Conte side and saying, well, this and that and that. She just let him do it. She just let him do what he got to do, right? Because he got a right to say what he wants to say on his channel. But if I was a friend of Victor Conte and I did work with you and I knew you before I even knew Marty, right? I wouldn't put myself in the position of somebody where I got to get my hands dirty in the dirt box, right? But I don't know what's her position with Marty, and I really don't care. It's just, it is what it is. This boxing community and these people in boxing, and they got all kind of connections. I'm not going to even go there with it, right? I'm not going to assume anything. But it's just so funny that you're mutual friends with Marty and Victor, and you knew Victor longer, right? But you let this man spew all this bullshit. It is what it is. Listen, man. Listen. Tomorrow's 2024, right? It's a new year. So I'm going to keep my mind right. Look, subscribe to Best Fight the Best, that bitch-ass nigga. Subscribe to Knockout, that bitch-ass nigga. You can subscribe to Manager Marty. You can subscribe to Ego. You can subscribe to whoever you want. You can subscribe to me too also, right? My friends are my enemies and my enemies are my friends. Don't show no fucking love. Don't pretend. That's the way I get down. I ain't got time to be worrying about being enemies with nobody. But in my life, in my mind, I'm trying to do an example of what life does to us. And make these niggas examples. I'm not going to get all fretty, highty-tighty about what this nigga said and what this nigga does said. All I got to do is show examples on my fucking video. That's all I got to do. Fuck still. Stay still. That's all I got to do is show examples. And this is a perfect example going into 2024. Now, I'm going to let the rest of these Wakandas look stupid on behalf of this man that I'm telling you to subscribe to. Right? Before and after. And you tell me, if I'm fucking schizo on this side, and I'm bipolar, or I'm bipolar on this side, and I'm schizo on this side, and I'm fucking the only one out here capping. Get the fuck out my face, for real. Happy New Year to my subscribers, but all the rest of y'all niggas that's watching me, you Wakandas, just get the fuck out my face. Yeah, because I know you don't like me, and I love when you don't like me. I love when you don't like me. You know why I love when you don't like me? Because it gives me so much fucking fuel.
I mean, people say that Terrence Crawford grew into the welterweight division. I mean, maybe, but bro, Earl Nick, his head, man, he about to smash his tooth, bro. He about to beat the crap out of Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is done, man. Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford weigh in, man. Both guys come on point and shape. Make weight. They both make weight. Other than that, man, I can't wait for the fight tomorrow. Y'all already know my prediction. I got Earl Spence by eyeball. He taking turns for eyeball. That's the prediction. He ain't make no excuses, but I don't want to make no excuses either. But something was wrong with Earl Spence, bro. Both guys come on point and shape. Make weight. They both make weight. If Terrence Crawford has the power that people claim that he had, then we'll see what happens. But we also know that Errol Spence's chin is more durable, and Errol Spence been hit by bigger opponents and bigger shots than Terrence Crawford. So my prediction is I believe that Errol Spence will beat Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford has a 40% chance of beating Errol Spence. Both guys look good. Both guys look good. Both guys look good. I think Terrence Crawford look bigger than he ever been, or maybe the same as he was in the David Avenesian fight. But he's not bigger than Errol Spence. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I'm gonna tell you again, they look great for him. They look great for him. They look great for him. But Errol Spence looks big. When that man put that weight back on, and Terrence Crawford will put weight on too. But when they put that weight on, that dude Errol Spence will be looking like Deontay Wilder.
But make sure.
Now, fam, this video is about things that happened to Errol Spence Jr. since his car crash. I understand a lot of Terrence Crawford fans say, hey, I just making up excuses. No, it's not an excuse. And the doctor's telling the truth. If you look at some of the things that he was saying, he said, look at Errol Spence Jr. before the crash, and look at Errol Spence Jr. after the crash. And he was also talking about the slur of speech. Gary James had some kind of concern. Now, we've seen in the past fights with Terrence Crawford, he never tattooed up a person like this, never had that kind of power. If Terrence Crawford has the power that people claim that he had, then we'll see what happens. But when you fight another elite fighter, and you do him worse than you do the other fighters, I understand that Errol Spence was drained. I understand that Errol Spence, he wasn't himself. Both guys look good. So I'm gonna tell you again, they look great for him. That's not the real Errol Spence. See, you only fought a quarter of Errol Spence Jr. And everything about him was off. It had nothing to do with what Terrence Crawford did. It's because Errol Spence was drained.
But like I said, there ain't no more excuses. No more excuses, man. Y'all can't take the excuses to the bank. Y'all can't take the excuses to the bank. Yeah, crawfish bowl. Was Errol Spence drugged? Because of he wasn't looking like how he normally looked. Terrence Crawford was he using steroids? Something was wrong with him. I know something was wrong with him. He had neurological nerve damage, beating up and fighting a handicapped man. You don't get credit for beating somebody up if they don't have legs. Can't ball. Terrence Crawford had something in his blood. But like I said, there ain't no more excuses. No more excuses, man. Y'all can't take the excuses to the bank. Y'all can't take the excuses to the bank. Yeah, crawfish bowl.
It's a 50-50 fight. No, Errol's going to demolish it. This is not going to be as hard as people believe. It's not. But I see Errol destroying him. Real. I see him destroying him. This is what I know. I factually know this. Errol Spence did not spar for 6 fucking weeks because he had a rib injury. This is what I know. Factually know.
I'm going to Errol 11. I think he gonna do something bad to tomorrow, Brandon. I think he gonna do something bad tomorrow. Go Errol 11. You needed a tune-up if we just gotta be frank. He was fucking ring rusty. He did not look how he normally looked to us. Well, I initially had Errol in team. At that press conference yesterday, Errol said, I know he wasn't his best.
So cornering, I give to Errol Spence. Jab, I give to Errol Spence. Not fighting reckless, I give to Errol Spence. Defense, I give to Errol Spence. Body work, I give to Errol Spence. Size, natural size, I give to Errol Spence. Like, bro, I literally give Errol Spence most of the metrics. Man, the more I keep thinking about it, the more I lean to Errol Spence. I'm happy with my pick. I'm picking Errol. I'm happily picking Errol. The more I keep thinking about it, the more I pick Errol. Like, this is Errol Spence. He just looked like Jack in like a solid unit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not caring if he has a million abs showing. He just looked like good on the scale to me, for me personally. I'm picking Errol Spence. He looks, this physique for me looks a lot more durable if it gets super chippy. Because look at this like base, look at this like waist and stuff, his base, his shoulders, you know, everything, even Weight Watchers. I slept on the fact that Errol Spence been in the division longer, and it appears to me that this was a rougher cut for him. Because it looks like, in my honest opinion, it truly looked like Errol Spence left it all in the gym. He looked like, by the time of the fight, he literally had nothing else to give. Yeah, I mean, common sense would tell you, being on a 15-month layoff, 14-month layoff, is not going to benefit the guy, even though he's younger. It's not going to benefit the guy who's only 2-3 years younger and has been struggling to make the weight. The version of Errol that showed up, that's not really the version of Errol Spence we've seen in any other fight.
actually gave you signed a contract to take. I go with Earl. I go with Earl. I think he's a naturally bigger fighter. I think he's a naturally stronger puncher. I think Earl is more defensively responsible. I think Earl is just gonna be too big, too strong, and over time, by the 8th, 9th round, I think he's gonna go turn earlier. But he did. But I honestly felt like he did that to a lesser Earl. Now, but that was not the motherfucker Earl that I know.
And then, man, I can't wait for the fight tomorrow. Y'all already know my prediction. I got Earl Spence by eyeballs. He can take your turn 12 eyeball. That's the prediction. Yeah, man, I got Earl Spence beating the hell out of Crawford. Hey, man, debate. That wasn't Earl Spence. That was a clone.
I'm gonna call it Earl Spence. My final prediction, I'm gonna call it Earl Spence by TKO in the 9th round. Maybe 10, but I'm gonna call it Earl Spence TKO in the 9th round. This is the sharpest and just the most, determined Earl Spence that I've ever seen. The man looked to be in great shape. Both fighters look good as far as like body-wise. We really ain't seen much of Terrence Crawford because he's been walking around in hoodies and shit, all covered up. Earl Spence been wearing tank tops and shorts and shit, looking, in great shape. And in the ring was the best that I've ever seen him physically. You can tell that he made the weight in a very healthy way. I see that same thing happening this time around. I think he's even more comfortable making the weight this time. I don't think Earl Spence looked the same as I normally see Earl Spence. He looked lethargic. He looked slow. He looked like his timing and reaction was off. The power on his punches just seemed weak as hell. I don't know what it was. Not making no excuses for the brother. Don't make me fucking laugh. When it's all said and done, Terrence Crawford revealed himself as the Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence. He's gonna get fucked up, man. He loaded his gloves with plaster. He padded his gloves with rocks. And he basically knocked Brutus Spence out of his fucking socks. Why? Because when it's all said and done, this was the only way he was going to win the fight. So where's the proof that this guy right here really has bone-breaking, neurological damage power? The only way that you can get something like this is by loading and padding your gloves. The only way that you can get something like this is through what's called performance enhancement drug.
I don't believe his defense he's not defensively responsible. How is a fighter that's supposed to be basically like Errol Spence has a better defense than you? I don't believe he is what they say he is. I'm going to pick. I've always said I thought it was going to be Errol Spence by late stoppage or decision. I'm going to go Spence late round stoppage. I'm also going to pick the 10th round. So Errol Spence, during his training camp, he actually suffered a rib injury. That rib injury prevented him from sparring the last 6 weeks of camp. Basically, he didn't spar during his camp. So that was part of the reason why he didn't have the same level of power. There was something that wasn't quite right with Errol. Just want him to make weight.
Bro, he's swimming, he's feeling good. Errol Spence finna grab that ass, pause, and turn him up, bro. And turn him up. You feel me? I know a lot of kids gonna be looking at this Mike Brown, you just buy so Errol Spence, man. Bud finna do this, Bud finna do that. Listen. Errol Spence has been knocking off champions after champions after champions. And this ain't gonna be no exception, bro. You know what I mean? This ain't gonna be no exception. This is the best Errol Spence that you ever wanna see. This Errol Spence has been working out in no sauna suits. This Errol Spence has been happy. Now EJ's all the way on his shit. He's ready for war. You understand? You just see how good he look. He losing the weight the right way. He ready to go in there, put on a hell of a performance to show people that he is the best and that he can't be fucked with. Clearly his equilibrium was off. His balance wasn't there. For us who know Earl Spence, who watch Earl Spence, who know how he fight things of that nature, his equilibrium and his balance was off. I talked to my dog, Spence. He said it could be from the weight loss, right? Now EJ's all the way on his shit. He's ready for war. You understand? You just see how good he look. He losing the weight the right way. He ready to go in there, put on a hell of a performance to show people that he is the best and that he can't be fucked with.